Next big issue, endorsement and testimonial guides. Again, the FTC is all over this. In fact, recently the Commission just initiated its first enforcement action against some influencers. It has issued warning letters to brands and to influencers. And the FTC is going to continue to police this actively. There are FTC endorsement guides, which again do not have the effect of law, but a violation of the endorsement guides is considered a deceptive act or practice under the FTC Act. Underlying principles of the FTC endorsement guides are that any endorsement or testimonial has to be truthful and not misleading. Endorsements have to be representative of the user's experience with the product or service. If it's not representative, then there needs to be a disclosure of what generally expected results could be. Endorsements are a favorite amongst internet marketers, and they also draw quite a bit of attention. The testimonials or endorsements should come from actual users. Photos and videos count. Photos and videos often provide express or implied representations that need to be substantiated. Interestingly, what marketers fail to realize quite often is that a testimonial or an endorsement is not considered to be substantiation. Anything that's said in a testimonial or endorsement is the same thing as if the advertiser made that representation themselves, and it has to be capable of being substantiated. And in the context of testimonials and endorsements, another big issue is material connections. Consumers must be sure, or marketers must be sure to disclose all material connections to a brand. So if an endorser, say, has a family relationship, a close family relationship, or is getting a product for free in exchange for the endorsement, that relationship must be clearly and conspicuously disclosed. And this is where a lot of the regulatory investigations and enforcement actions stem from, is the failure to make that disclosure. Regulators believe that anything that would influence a consumer's decision with respect to the weight of the endorsement should be clearly and conspicuously disclosed.
I don't want to stretch you out for time, but I was just thinking, isn't there a case involving like a YouTube video that went viral and seemed to be sort of an organic advertisement, and the FTC said it actually originated with the advertiser, even though it didn't look like it?
Correct.
That was a problem.
I think the name of that matter was CSG Lotto. That was the recent enforcement action, and those were paid influencers, and some of the disclosures were actually made by owners of the company, and there was no disclosure that they were in fact the owners. Another issue where marketers run into is, a problem that marketers run into is feeling that if they have tried a product and they put their experience with the product and then a quick disclosure at the bottom saying results may vary, that is no longer sufficient. The endorsement and the statement has to reflect the generally expected results with the product or service. If it does not reflect the generally expected results, if it's an exceptional result, then the generally expected result has to be clearly and conspicuously disclosed. If a marketer cannot make that type of disclosure and doesn't know what the generally expected result can be, then they can't make the claim.